Hello and welcome to me looking down on you, because today I have a special game for you, and it's Pigosu by AchyDesign, made by a friend of mine along with two other people, and it's a game for the iPhone and iPad, soon to be on other platforms too if it goes well. Pigosu! As you can see, it's about a piggy. And this game has been made by 3 people. So before you start jumping at me that might be too simple, you have to think that this is made by 3 people, and most mobile games are made with teams, especially the big and good ones and super popular ones are made by teams, such as Gameloft and all that kind of stuff, or Halfbrick. But this is made by a new studio, let's say, and it's from where I live. It's made by a friend of mine. I know him dearly. Please use the hint button, because you might might not know that there is an extra mechanic to this game. So you tap once to jump over bushes, and you should tap twice to do a double jump over big bushes. And you have a gravity swap. These are exactly the 2 regions of the screen that you have to tap on. Pretty straightforward. So those are the controls, pretty simple. So what kind of a game is going to involve just jumping? And is it going to be just boring? No, these 3 mechanics really intertwine with each other, and it will screw your brain, to be honest. Okay, no time for Steam right now. Up it, Davey. Alright. Once upon a time there was a little piggy. His name was Pigosu. He had a mother and the father, and they both loved him very much. Like the artwork, very fun, looks very nice. One night his mother told him anyone can be great if he never gives up. Then little Pigosu fell asleep and had the dream that he was a mighty piggy overcoming everything. That's the story of Pigosu. This happens in Pigosu's dream, and it's a good thing that it happens in Pigosu's dream, because otherwise his mother and father would think he is psychic and can walk on ceilings. Yeah. The first thing a lot of people say about this game is like, oh look, Flappy Birds. Not exactly. Although you might have the obstacles that you would see in Flappy Birds, the mechanics are a lot different. While one is a flying game that is made by keeping something in the air, and you have to balance the impending doom of falling and dodging obstacles, but that are 1 pixel length, so it is infuriating. This game does not give you that impending doom, and you have a relaxing ground to walk on, and you can jump once and twice. So there is gravity involved, so it is a different beast on just that point. And then you would think, hey, dodging is easy, you just dodge once or twice. Well, you have to be pretty surprisingly exact, but not to the pixel. So it is forgiving, and you have a few fail safes. For example, if you screw this up, you can also double jump again and save yourself. But then it might ruin your rhythm and screw with your brain. This game does a lot of game screwing, I'm gonna tell you that. The main reason is that you have to switch planes. It would be very similar to the, let's say, Flappy Bird genre, the obstacle avoidance genre, if it had only double jump. Even though having gravity and just normal jumping, that would be enough to be different than Flappy Birds, because that involves flying. This game also have the change of gravity, so it has an extra mechanic that really screws with your brain. What's the basis of this game, you might think? I am here to analyze the mechanics, because that's pretty much what simple games have for. This is an indie game. Usually indie games shine through mechanics or simplicity of mechanics. If this game would be just jump, double jump, that would be a fairly simple indie game. Adding a gravity twist that happens quite often really makes it a lot more deep mechanic wise, because you have a lot of combos. There is a certain amount of range in which you have to use your gravity, otherwise you won't get to the other side to do a jump. There is no way for you to gravitate between them because changing gravity is so fast that you are not able to pass through them. So you have to keep in mind that you still have to have some space. Oh god. Ow, I just screwed myself there. You have to have some space for you to jump or even double jump, which may be hazardous. This game is simple, and some people might say, well, that might not be enough for me to buy the game. And you might be right. But the thing is, this is a mobile game. Where do you play mobile games? This is not a PC game where you just sit here and play hours and hours, even though I did do a 1 hour stream without noticing of this game. These kind of games are made to be played on the road, in the bus stop, on the toilet, wherever you feel like you have to do something for a small amount of time. And the way the game is made, being pretty much a hard game with instant death and instant respawn, makes for the game to be also captivating and also pretty damn short. It also is pretty addictive because the small death enhancement of the gravity change is quite a thing. The reason that the gravity change is such a big impact in this game is the fact that jumping and double jumping are in the same region of thought. So you have one jump, you have a double jump if you double tap, and you could have a triple jump and it will still be the same thing. Your brain will get used to it and you will eventually beat the game, actually get a very high score. But here comes the big thing. When you change gravity, it is not in the same sort of pattern that you could judge. It really screws up the pattern. It also screws up the way your brain perceives the double jump, because basically it's just gonna be, hey look, an object on the screen goes a bit higher and then goes almost to the middle of the plane. That is cool. It starts from down, it goes up to the middle of the plane in a certain pattern, and then you switch the planes up and your brain just doesn't remember it. And it is so varied that your brain will not cope with it, because you could actually cope with it after a while. Let's say, okay, so it gets 1, 2, then change plane, then I want to again, I learned both versions, I can go on. But no, there are sections where you just have like an easy time, and then you have to change lane, which does two things to you. Firstly, it makes you very relaxed. It gives the feeling of, hey, I got this, I can do this forever. And then, oops, screw me, I have to change gravity. And then there's like the small, short versions, where you have two hedges, one next to each other, and sometimes even with gravity, and you have to be really fast. This game is not forgiving in the aspect of starting the game. You have an equal chance of getting hedges one next to each other as the chance of getting hedges far from each other. So you never know what's gonna happen. It could be harder first and easier after. It could be easier first and harder after. It could be hard, easy, easy. It could be hard, 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 or hard, easy, hard. You may have to switch a lot of times, or you might not have to switch at all for a long amount of time, and then it just screws you up and makes you switch once, which is not much, or a lot of times, and then it just screws you up again because it changes the rhythm, and so on. It is one of those games where it teaches you self-control. Does this game make you a better person? I was asked in the stream. I'm pretty sure it helps you with self-control and with rage issues. if you can master this game, I'm pretty sure you can master your inner rage. I am kind of calm. When I started playing this game, I was really frustrated, but right now I am getting quite far in it. I have 22. My current record, which I did on stream, was 33. So yeah, that is quite the thing. I am proud of myself. What are the records for this game besides mine? People that beta tested it got to 11, 14, and 20. The dev got to 93. 90 freaking free. So this game is 89 cents or your original equivalent on the App Store, and it's available for iPad and iPhone. Soon to be in an update, hopefully a Android version on the Google Marketplace. They hope to do it. They have a bit of an issue with the different array of resolutions for the devices that work on Android, and but that's still something they want to do. There are gonna be a few updates. I have talked with them about making it a bit more animated, adding like goalposts or like signs that tell you every 10 points or stuff like that. And apparently they want to do that. And so it's like a little character that waves when you get to like 25 points. So you know you're doing pretty good. They're gonna have an update. They plan to make an update for Christmas version with a different landscape. They can't have changing landscapes because it's very hard, because the game is randomly generated. It's pretty hard to make a pattern out of it because the way it's made. And you will get a theme change. You could have a winter theme. You can choose between the winter theme and the normal theme when it's going to be out. And they're looking to add more themes. And if the game goes well, they want to make a very upgraded version in the form of Pigosu 2, which will have customization, possibly even multiplayer. A lot of things they want to do, but firstly they really need to get the attention of people. So Pigosu will be it's gonna evolve, and they want to add hats too, if they get enough. That would be fun. But until then, it's gonna have a Christmas event with a present hidden in the event that will give you a special mode if you can get to it. I'm not gonna tell you where the present is gonna be, and you have to get to that point in order to unlock the special mode. Possibly more goodies in the Christmas version, in the Christmas update. So far for this game, it's very simple. It's enjoyable. Again, I found myself playing it for 1 hour on the stream, so it is kind of enjoyable. Is it frustrating at first? Yes. If you're not the type of guy to jump in this kind of games, like open-heartedly, you will just go away saying it's just a hard game made to be hard. But to be honest, it's not. It is surprisingly fair. That was so close. It is surprisingly fair and very, very calculated. I haven't seen places where I thought the game cheated me in any way. I think I am quite a reasonable person, so some of you that might not be that reasonable might think the game is cheating, but so far it did not cheat me in any way. The game pace does not change in any way, and I'm actually playing on an iPad, just saying. I was provided this iPad so I could play it. So, spoiler alert, I might be a bit biased because it is my friend and it's a game from the few games that are made where I live. So the industry is not, I mean, it's big-ish, but it's not really, you don't really see that many games coming out from here. So, as a mobile game, it is pretty funny. It's not a PC game, so you have to think of it from mobile standards. So, what would be the public? Public would be people that like cute games and the people that like hard games. And this goes for both. Is it for kids? Possibly. Would it attract people if it would be on YouTube? Depending on the YouTuber. I think there are quite a lot of people that are susceptible to liking this game. That sounds pretty weird, but yeah, like that's the way I formalize it. So there is a an attraction, there is a challenge. There is the hey bro, in your face, I just beat you at Pigosu. And it is that kind of game that is so charming that you think it's gonna be easy, and you don't want to be beaten by a game that is so cute. As for leaderboards, it currently does not have a leaderboard server, and your score will be reset every time you go in the game. You cannot go back to the menu right now. They're gonna fix that in an update, apparently. So if you want to go back to the menu and see the story again, I don't know why you would want that, but let's say you do. They are gonna put that in an update. To do that, you just have to close the process by opening, you know, the processes thing. The open windows, and you're just gonna reset if you so desire. Resetting the game does not apparently do anything with the mechanics of the game, so it's still pretty cool. This game is being streamed via AirPlay, which is not really the most reliable thing in the world. Looks pretty good, but it looks a lot more smoother when you play it on a iPad or any device. Hopefully they're gonna make it in the Christmas update. They would like to do a Android version 2, so everybody is happy. And we have discussed several ways to fund this game, and I have expressed the opinion of every YouTuber and all the frustrations of any gamer, such as paywalls and pay to win. They're gonna evade that as much as possible, so they got the idea there. And if you are a YouTuber that would like to do this game, you can find it in the link in the description below. It is 89 cents, and they are absolutely 100% okay with you doing videos on the game and earning money from it via YouTube partnership or any kind of, and all the other kind of partnership programs, as long as you do not have a paywall. Basically, people have to pay before seeing the video. You cannot do that. I don't know if there's any service that offer that, but via YouTube partnership, anything like that, you can do it without a problem. It is not on the site right now. I have talked with them, and they're gonna put it there at some point, but you have full permission to play this game and do videos on it as you please, and also monetize them via YouTube partnership, because that is quite a big deal. So feel free to play Pigosu. You can find it on the App Store for 89 cents, and soon to be in other platforms too. You can share it on Facebook, you can make friends, you can make enemies, you can make frenemies. This game is so cute, it will eat your heart out. Literally. And your soul. And your life. And you might actually forget to eat sometimes, because it's so damn addicting. One more run. Pigosu, ladies and gentlemen, available on the App Store for 89 cents, updates coming soon, and visit www.achydesign.ro, that's AchyDesign.ro for Pigosu. My name has been Dinex67, and this was the first mobile game I ever do on the channel. Have fun with Pigosu, and I challenge you to play 30 minutes in Pigosu. Let's say the bacon off, and tell me which is your best score. My 1 hour stream best score is 33. Let's see you beat that.